I give the floor to His Excellency Chen Zhenggao, Minister of Housing and Urban Rural Development of China.
Your Excellency, Madam President, Your Excellency, President Korea, on behalf of the Government of the People's Republic of China, I wish to extend warm congratulations to the convening of the Habitat 3 and sincerely thank the UN and the international community for their care of and support to urbanization and human settlement development in China. Habitat 2 in Istanbul in 1996 adopted the Habitat Agenda and the Istanbul Declaration. Almost all of the solemn commitments jointly made at that conference, as we can see, have been honored 20 years later. Standing on this podium, I would like to review what has happened in China over the past 20 years since Habitat 2. Enormous changes have taken place in China as miracles one after another and many dreams fulfilled. China's urbanization rate increased from 30.5% in 1996 to 56.1% in 2015, an annual growth rate of about 1.3 percentage point. Urbanization has become an important driver in China's economic growth. In addition to providing 1.3 billion people with food and clothing, China works hard to solve their housing problem. At present, the per capita floor space for urban residents is over 33 square meters, for rural residents over 37 square meters. In particular, we have provided to former shanty area inhabitants with more than 26 million units of spacious and bright new apartments. We also provided 17 million families with government-subsidized housing, mainly public rental houses. The human settlement environment in both urban and rural areas in China has improved considerably over the past 20 years. The urban sewage treatment rate has reached 91.9%, safe treatment of household refuse at 94.1%, urban residents' access rate to running water at 98.1%, and access to gas at 95.3%. Through public transport priority development strategies, developing green buildings and sponge cities, strengthening capacity in disaster resistance and prevention, and better protecting cultural heritage, China's urban and rural development is moving in a more sustainable and resilient direction. China has actively participated in the international exchanges cooperation in the field of human settlement and made its contributions to its ability. In 2010, China successfully held Shanghai World Expo. In 2013, China promoted the establishment of World Cities Day with relevant parties, advocating for more concerns for and participation by states and people in urban development. We jointly formulated the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda with the international community and set a series of targets in the area of urban and human settlements, forming closer links with the global progress of sustainable development. China has contributed $500,000 USD to Habitat Trust Fund to support participation by other developing countries to this event.
Looking at the future, China is working hard to achieve the 2 centennial goals in the future. The goal are to complete the building of moderate, prosperous society by 2020, doubling China's GDP, 2010 GDP by the middle of the 20th century. In the next 20 years, following the conclusion of Habitat 3, China will have fulfilled its first centennial goal and will be close to achieving centennial goal. I would like to make the following 4 propositions. First, we need to jointly create a sound environment for development. More than ever, mankind today have the need to build a new type of international relations and create a stable, peaceful, harmonious regional and international environment for sustainable development. Second, we need to respect the decisions made independently by each country. Countries differ from each other's national conditions in culture. We need to respect the strategies developed independently by the countries and align them effectively with a new urban agenda. Thirdly, we need to strengthen international cooperation and mutual help. Developed countries should fulfill their obligations to provide funding to developing countries to help them to expand their capacities for sustainable development. Developing countries should help each other and broaden and deepen their South-South cooperation. Fourth, we need to improve global governance system. We need to strengthen the cooperation among governments of all countries, UN system, all international organizations, non-governmental organizations, women and young youth organizations, and other stakeholders. Efforts should be made to bring the role of United Nations and human settlement program in overall planning and coordination into full play. Meanwhile, China would also like to make the following commitment. Number one, we will take an active part in the process of promoting sustainable urban development, continue to improve the quality of human settlement environment in China. Secondly, we will enable planning to play a key role in guiding the sustainable development in urban areas. We need to build harmonious, livable, vibrant cities, provide better life to people. Number three, we'll continue to strengthen international cooperation in the field of human settlement, support the UN and UN Habitat's efforts in achieving 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, and also we're going to work together with the countries along the One Belt, One Road areas. In this regard, ladies and gentlemen, there's ancient China's poem which reads, "Voice from high above can be reached far and wide." Today, in this city of 2,852 meters above sea level, we send out our message to the whole world so that the new urban agenda can be a global commitment of all countries. In conclusion, I'd like to wish the conference a complete success. Thank you.
Minister of Housing and Urban and Rural Development of China for his statement.